Donald Trump just finished a disastrous interview with a streamer known as Aiden Ross. Donald Trump was apparently trying to appeal to Gen Z voters, even though this Aiden Ross, I think, appeals to maybe some 12-year-olds, and I say some. Aiden Ross is a weird dude. He got famous by sniffing the butts of other men during interviews who he considers to be alpha men. I'll talk about that in a moment. I'm not making this up, but that's who Donald Trump did his interview with, a literal butt sniffer of people who say that they're alpha men. The whole thing is very weird. Donald Trump must have woken up and seen some of the awful polling that's been coming his direction lately, or the great polling for Vice President Kamala Harris. Donald Trump is now trailing by 4 in the new Morning Consult poll, which shows Vice President Kamala Harris pulling ahead with Gen Z voters as well. Also, when you take a look at one of the more recent Pennsylvania polls, a major swing state, the GQR, very good poll out in Pennsylvania, Donald Trump is trailing by 4 there. Even Nate Silver's model, which was notoriously viewed as a more right-wing model, now has Vice President Kamala Harris up 53% to 46%. Now, back to this deranged Aiden Ross interview that Donald Trump gave moments ago. Here, Donald Trump goes on this interview with this bizarre streamer named Aiden Ross, and Donald Trump then claims that there was a booby trap set for him. Those are Donald Trump's words. A booby trap was set for him when he interviewed at the National Association of Black Journalists and was asked difficult questions. Here, play this clip.
But you know, you have journalists today, like that one that intercepted me literally. That was like a booby trap. I walk in and she starts saying, "We got to start a meeting." She didn't say, "Oh, thank you very much for being here."
No.
Just like the worst. And frankly, if I owned that network, I would fire her so fast. It was so inappropriate. And I actually, you know, once you sort of walk out, then you put the guard up, and you actually give less information than what you would have if they did it with sugar, right? But she doesn't know about sugar that well.
Then Aiden Ross has to explain to Donald Trump what streaming is. Here, play this clip.
Do you know what live streaming is on these platforms?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
More or less. It's the new wave.
It's the new wave. It's the new wave. I'm going to explain it to you, all right? Okay. So I'm going to show you this chat right now. Let me show you this. So this is the live chat. Right. So you already broke the website in 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
You broke it. The chat wasn't working, but we ended up fixing it. It's just very slow. Everyone in the chat say hello. You guys can put hi in the chat, and W's mean it's good. W means win. Good. Yeah. Good. Yep. So, okay.
By the way, before this interview even took place, according to all of this kind of right-wing echo chamber nonsense and all of these posts, Aiden Ross purchased for Donald Trump a Tesla Cybertruck and donated $2.2 million to Trump's presidential campaign and gave him a custom-wrapped Tesla Cybertruck with Donald Trump's image on it. I don't really know whether that's true or not, but that's what all of these sources close to Aiden Ross are saying. But Aiden Ross did give Donald Trump a Rolex during the interview, which again, I'm not sure if that comports with campaign finance disclosures, just to give people Cybertrucks and Rolexes and things like that. I'll do perhaps a deeper dive into the ramifications there, but here's Donald Trump whining more about the interview he did with the National Association of Black Journalists. And Donald Trump said that he did the black journalist a favor by showing up. Donald Trump's language. Play this clip.
Yeah. Well, I did this as a favor. This was the black journalists. The room had maybe 2,000. It said 2,000. It looked more like 1,000 to me, but whatever it was packed.
Yeah.
And I did it because I thought it was a good thing to do. And they had a journalist, I didn't know who she was, but she was nasty. She was a terrible person. And I walk in, and instead of saying, "Hello, thank you very much for doing this," they also said, "Kamala's going to do it." But then Kamala said, she wants to do it because she can't talk to people. She can't answer questions. She hasn't done one interview. You know, she's not doing any interviews.
Yeah.
Because if she did one interview where a hard question's asked, she's incapable of answering it. But I walk in, and this woman starts talking about, she talked about, let's get rid of the elephant in the room. And she starts talking about racism and everything. I said, "You didn't even say hello to me." And I'm doing them a favor by doing this. I'm doing this out of respect to the black community. And we're getting record numbers, as you know, in the black community. And she came across, she's with ABC Fake News, which is one of the worst. ABC is one of the worst.
Right.
And she is horrible. So she was very nasty. Harris Faulkner was there. She was excellent. The other person I didn't know, she was okay. I wouldn't say she was great, but she was okay. But I did it. And it was quite a sensation. Actually, a lot of people think it was well handled. The woman was so rude.
So rude.
That, it's hard to believe. You can walk into a thing, and I do them a favor, and I do this. Most people said, why are you doing it? I feel I have an obligation to do it. I want to look with it. You become the president for all of the people.
Right.
And just so you know, when I said that he did this interview with Adin Ross, who's a literal butt sniffer, and that's one of like his kind of main shticks. He sniffs the butts of people who he believes are alphas. Here was Adin Ross sniffing Andrew Tate's chair upon Andrew Tate leaving the room. And Andrew Tate said horrifically hateful and racist and disgusting things. But here's Adin Ross sniffing the butt of Andrew Tate's chair, or sniffing the chair. Here, play this clip.
This.
I have work to do. I'm done. I fixed you.
Where are you going? I'm ready, bro. I'm really gonna do this shit. Y'all don't understand, bro. I'm really. And I just want to say, bro.
So this is who Donald Trump is interviewing with. As part of this interview, Donald Trump also says that the individuals who have left Venezuela and now are in the United States are criminals. Here, play this clip.
Do you? What do you think about what's going on in Venezuela? The whole situation out there.
Well, I know it very well. And Venezuela is right now being run by a dictator. We were enemies with Venezuela. Venezuela was going to collapse, and people could have gone back to Venezuela. They're in our country now. They've released tremendous numbers of criminals into our country. If you look at Caracas, it was known for being a very dangerous city, and now it's very safe. In fact, the next interview we'll do it in Caracas, Venezuela, because it's safer than many of our cities.
Donald Trump then says he doesn't really know what Adin Ross is doing, but he knows that he's very popular, and that's why he's doing the interview. Play the clip.
Well, my boys said, well, that's such a big show. I don't know what you're doing, but you really are respected. Amazing. I mean,
I appreciate it.
Here, desperate to connect with Gen Z voters, Donald Trump names 3 golfers all over the age of 80. Play the clip.
There's good company.
You like Rolex?
They like Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player and Arnold Palmer and all the golf guys and all the other guys too. I do. This is beautiful.
Here, Donald Trump still sounds very jealous of Kamala Harris's Atlanta rally. Play this clip.
But what she did is she's gotten a couple of rappers and they fill up the place. But what she does is a little bit different. She has them go last. That's smart. So in other words, they want her to finish her speech, get the hell off the stage, and then they can listen to the rap.
Performance starts.
No.
Trump then goes on a nonsensical rant about how he got Americans to say Merry Christmas again. Play this clip.
Almost like 8 years ago, I talked about Merry Christmas. We should have Merry Christmas again. Let's bring back Merry Christmas. You weren't allowed to say Merry Christmas. I got it back. Yeah.
It's a nice crowd, huh?
Even if you're Jewish, they like to say Merry Christmas. Every one of my Jewish friends say, we love Merry Christmas.
I'm Jewish. I love Merry Christmas.
Good.
Too.
And Kamala doesn't.
She doesn't like it?
She doesn't want you to use Merry Christmas.
Wow.
She thinks it's insulting to use Merry Christmas. So we'll have to work on her.
Here's the moment, by the way, where Donald Trump accepted a Rolex during the interview. Again, I'm going to do a deep dive on the campaign finance aspect of this, but I'm not sure this is allowed, but I'll show you how pathetic this is. Here, play this clip.
I want to present to you this gift right here. I hope you like watches, Rolexes.
Oh, that's a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
Should I open it?
You should open it and then show the camera.
That's a great watch, actually. Good company. There's good company.
You like Rolex?
They like Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player and Arnold Palmer and all the golf guys and all the other guys too. I do. This is beautiful. Wow. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Don't they have nice packaging?
They do. Really, really nice.
Wow, that's so nice. Oh, should I show that to the audience?
Yeah, they can see it.
Oh, I didn't know this. Now I know it's worth it. Well, my boys said, "Oh, that's such a big show. I don't know what you're doing, but you really are respect it. Amazing. I mean,
I appreciate it.
you know, I go into other shows, nobody does a big deal about it.
I do want to say also,
Thank you very much.
shout out to Nelk boys. I know you love Nelk.
Oh, they're great.
They're the greatest.
Well, that was through Dana. You know, Dana's very much into this world. Dana's...
And by the way, if you're saying, hey, this is really weird stuff, this is very strange, let me just show you what Donald Trump does when he speaks to Gen Z, or when he has these conversations. Here was Donald Trump's last speech he gave in front of the New York Young Republicans at their gala. And at the gala, Donald Trump spent his speech talking about how the most courageous thing he's ever done in his life was refer to the audio tape where he brags about sexually assaulting women as locker room talk. Trump tells the story, and he's telling this to the young Republicans. This is his message to Gen Z. If you label sexual assault locker room talk, that's very courageous. That's what Donald Trump's horrifically and disgustingly says. Here, let me show it to you so you can actually hear him say it. Play the clip.
But I went onto that stage just a few days later, and a general, who's a fantastic general, actually said to me, "Sir, I've been on the battlefield. Men have gone down on my left and on my right. I stood on hills where soldiers were killed. But I believe the bravest thing I've ever seen was the night you went onto that stage with Hillary Clinton after what happened. And then that woman asked you the first question about it. And I said, locker room talk. It's locker room talk. What the hell? What are you talking? Locker room talk." That was not a great...
Or here's where Donald Trump spoke at a high school recently and talked about how he doesn't like golden showers from hookers. Here, play the clip.
He was with 4 hookers. You think that was good that night to go up and tell my wife, "It's not true, darling. I love you very much"? It's not true. Actually, that one she didn't believe because she said he's a germaphobe. He's not into that, you know? He's not into golden showers, as they say they call that. He's not. I don't like that idea. No, I didn't. I thought that would be a big problem. I was going to have a rough night, but that one she was very good on. She said, no.
Or here's Donald Trump speaking at a church recently where he encourages the kids in the church to start cursing and doing curse chants. Here, play the clip.
So they come up with something that's fake, just like everything else they do. It's all fake. The impeachments are fake. The court cases are a disgrace to our country. Everything is fake. So they come up with this order. I won't say it because I don't like using the word bullshit in front of these beautiful children. So I won't say it. I will not say it. But this thing allows millions of people.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump has released several pairs of new sneakers that he's selling as part of what he believes to be his Gen Z outreach. He claims he sold out of his prior assassination edition sneakers, the high tops, the fight, fight, fight high tops. So he's selling additional ones, one in all black, fight, fight, fight assassination edition high tops. And then there's the fight, fight, fight assassination edition boot on high demand, he says. And then there's the Bitcoin Trump for president sneaker. And then there's a total of 9 different kinds of footwear that he is now selling to try to appeal to Gen Z. I think it's going to backfire massively. It's very odd and very strange behavior, but you can judge for yourself, folks. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.